Welcome back everybody to another CoCo-Pi how-to video. In this video we are going to show you how to download the latest NitrOS9 ease of use distribution and then how to get the real-time clock working via DriveWire. As always, when we want to do things, we're going to click on our terminal menu and then our terminal window and then type in the word menu. And in this case here, we're going to go to our utilities menu number 9. Now we're going to go to, I think it's going to be the downloads menu. And here we go. Download option number 4, the latest NitrOS9 ease of use image. And what we'll see here is that when this is done, we've downloaded the latest version, which happens to be ease of use beta 6. And you also notice that there's some documentation in there as well. So now that we're done, we're going to press any key and we're just going to get out of here. We're going to leave the utilities menu. We'll return to the main menu. Then we'll go down to menu number 3, which is the Color Computer 3 menu. And then one of the options down here is going to be Tandy Color Computer 3 with HDB DOS running a 6309 and 2 megabytes of memory and NitrOS9 ease of use. Holy mackerel. And this is getting into one of the things that I mentioned in my previous video with DriveWire, which is that sometimes under machine configuration, the BECKER port is not turned on. And when that case is there, you got to bring up your tab key, go to machine configuration, turn on your BECKER port, hit F3, and now it is going to do its thing. Now, one of the things you're going to notice, a few things you'll notice. Number one, we're in a 40 column screen. The colors look a little wanky and it's asking us for the date and time. And that's because out of the box, the NitrOS9 image is using the lowest common denominator, which is composite mode 40 column, to be compatible with any possible screen if you're running this on real hardware. I'm going to forego the date and time prompt. And we're just going to go ahead and let it finish loading its goodness. And now we're in a terminal window. And now, of course, I don't remember if this stayed where I did, but I can remap the clear key. So if I go back to my previous menu and I go to input this machine, I'm going to remap my clear key to be my right bracket, because that's a key that is more accessible to me on my Pi 400 keyboard. So now when I press the clear key, which is my right bracket, I can cycle through a few of the open terminals here, a few of the open windows, because as the old saying goes, NitrOS9 just hit clear, right? And that's how you toggle through running tasks in terminal windows. So now, how do I get this out of composite mode? How do I get it into RGB mode? How do I enable 80 columns by default? And how do I enable a real-time clock via DriveWire? I'm glad you asked, because there's a very simple tool you can type in. So what you want to do from a terminal window is you just want to type in swapboot. This is going to bring up a little utility. It is recommended that you back up your disks. Yeah, I haven't done anything, so I'm not worried about that. So yes. So now what I want to do is I want to choose option number 3. Option number 3 says it's going to boot for emulators only. And it's going to be an OS9 boot on DriveWire with an emulated hardware clock. So I'm going to hit 3. Okay, then it says press enter to reboot your CoCo 3. And then type DOS prompt to get back in. So I'm going to press enter. That's going to bring me back here. So now I'm just going to do drive off. But what we'll see here is now we are booting into an RGB 80 column mode. We are not going to be prompted for the date and time because we've told it that we're running an emulator and we're emulating a hardware clock, which is going to pull up all that information from DriveWire. And now we can see that we're in September 4th of 2021 with the correct time here in Florida. And here I am at my prompt, and here I can just hit clear and cycle through the open terminal windows. And so at this point now, you are free to roam about the cabin and use the NitrOS9 Ease of Use Edition. Current one is beta 6, and if you know how to use NitrOS9 from the command prompt, then command prompt away. However, if you'd like to pull up the GUI, as it mentions here, it says to simply type in G shell. So if you type in G shell, this will pull up the graphical launcher, and then you can really see what all is on the image here. And this is where emulator meeting stuff is kind of funky, because my mouse here, if I go to DD, now I can see all the various folders that are here. If I want to pull up an emulator, a demo, or a game, this is where ease of use really comes in handy, because I can go to games. I guess I have to double click. Then I have level 1 games, which were designed for the CoCo 1 and 2, not using fancy graphics. And then level 2 is more CoCo 3 based stuff. And from here, we're even breaking into different categories: card games, simulators, strategy, board games. And if I go into card games, and then we have Pyramid Solitaire, for example. This should come up, and we should see the game. We're going to tell it that we're in RGB. Click Start to start the games, and then boom. There we go. Now, the reason why you're hearing some of that scrunchy noise is because I've made the main window bigger, which then messes with performance and all kinds of stuff. So you typically want to hit Alt-Enter to make a main window full screen, and then you'll see it big and you won't hear all that crunchy sounds. But my capture device doesn't support that, so I have to take one for the team just to show you guys. You would also not see the two mice pointers too. You would only see the mouse pointer that is on the emulated machine. And again, because this is NitrOS9, if you hit clear, we can cycle through the various windows because it's a multitasking operating system. So hopefully you've seen how to download the distribution, how to fire it up, and how to turn on RGB mode with the real-time clock. I am Stevie Stroh, and I just want to say to each and every one of you, CoCo-Pi forever, NitrOS9 forever, ease of use. We'll see you on the next video, everybody.